Ooh, yeah. All right, Holden. That's who we're calling out, isn't it?
Holden.
Holden at the pawn shop just hooked us up. But he did it right. He did everything right. And so we went to the 1 ounce generic bin and we found some cool stuff, and we looked at the coin binder and we found some cool stuff. But the first thing I want to show you guys, this is I should say this for last, but we're going to put it in a holder real quick. I might give you guys a little flash of the goodness. Yeah, this. There are people they've never seen nothing like this, what you're about to see. Hell, I've never seen nothing like this. But we're going to ask my cohort in crime here if he's ever seen nothing like this here in a second. But we're not going to show it to you yet. This is the surprise. Now this coin, wow, it won't even hold in that flip, man. That flip's too small. That's the biggest flip they make. Yep, that ain't gonna go in there. Okay, we're gonna have to do better. I have to get a capsule for that. Damn. Yeah, that won't even hold in the flip, man. Hold on. Well, to be fair, they do make bigger flips, guys, but not in the size that would fit anything. So yeah, this coin just cannot be flipped. I don't even know if it's gonna fit in this plastic flip. It ain't. Good golly. All right. Yeah, it just ripped this flip. Ripped it right in half. That's the plastic flip. It ripped it in half. Alright. Maybe if we get a more centered strike. Nope. Ripping it. Just too wide. It's too girthy. It's just too big and girthy for these flips, man. So, what we got?
Ladies love the girth.
The big old chonky hunka here. Oh, this'll work. This might work. That's junk. Hold on, I'm pausing the video till I find something, guys. Alright, I got it. Check that out. Don't tell nobody what it is. Don't pull it out of there. That one's getting graded, so check that out.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Now we'll show the cool kids here in a second. Here's that tape you wanted.
And for being hand hewn like that,
Yeah.
it is in remarkable condition.
That coin is worth at least twice what it paid for it. I can tell you that. But we're going to show that off at the end. Right now,
Stunning.
We are 4 minutes in, and I ain't showed nobody nothing. So
I'll set this over here.
that's right. We went to the pawn shops to see what we could scour. We went to 4 different pawn shops?
Yeah, something like that.
Now, we don't have any coin stores in town, but we got pawn shops aplenty. I won't tell you why, but there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pawning going on in this town that I live in, which will remain unspoken. Anyway, and I was able to find a few things. Now, some of these aren't steals, and some of them are. So it's not near as good as the other day when I went to the pawn shop and got those proof ASEs at $35 each. But I did nearly as good. Well, no, not nearly as good. Not nearly as good. But first thing I want to show you guys. All right, this I got for $5. And it is an 1893 Corona, right? But it's a Corona because it is from Hungary. Yeah, the land of the Magyars. Yeah, let's really explore the space here. What do we got here? Now, the melt value on this coin is about $3.92. But I thought, this one has some pretty decent details on it still, given its age, and that, a little bit over melt wasn't a big deal. So,
We bought it for its intrinsic value anyway.
right, it was a little bit over, but this is from the KB Mint, and it is an 1893, which is the easiest date on these to find, but it only had a mintage of 3 million, as I recall. No, that was a different coin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, this one's 20 million. Mintage 20 million, which is, a pretty big mintage, but it's a coin from 1893. It's $5. It's almost that much silver. It's about $4 in silver. Why not grab it? Now that was cool. And then I showed him some coins that they owned that I wasn't particularly interested in, but Holden, my main man, is going. He even said, "You got me buying coins, not the other way around." Yeah. So I pointed out he had some Franklin Mint stuff. He had he had an Ecu from Spain from 1992 that was pretty low mintage, 60,000 on that one, and some other cool stuff. And they were selling for basically melt, just $1 or $2 over. On the there was a Bahama Mama, $10, 1975, yeah, from the Franklin Mint, and that had a mintage of 110,000, but pretty low mintage. And there's some other cool stuff. This is the progress we have on our miniatures so far. We've got some nice priming, and it's like a zenithal prime going on, if you can't tell, guys. And we got some paint on some of them, base coats only, but we're moving along, And anyway,
No.
a little more work on this one. But
Deuces.
the thing is, I went to another pawn shop, and I got these. Now, guys, I don't usually buy stuff in holders, man. That is not my jam. But these were $10 over. So these were $39.40 each. I believe it was. Well, actually, I got the receipt right here. I got them both for $78.50. So, right? So we got them for $39.25 each, is what it came to. Easy math there. Oh, yeah. So what we got here is the 2021 W. Now, you'll notice it doesn't say W on the coin, but it doesn't need to, because this was the COVID year, you guys may remember. And this is the year where they shut down the other mints, and the only mint making these, they shut down production except for the W Mint, West Point. So these graded out at Mint State 70, which is the highest grade you can have on an uncirculated coin. So these are perfect coins. And I got them for $10 over melt. In the holder. So the holder, to get this graded, would cost you like $20. So I figured I couldn't lose at $39.25. But is it a steal? No. Because the intrinsic value of these is only what the silver's worth. But like I said, graded, perfect coins for an $11 premium, $10 premium, whatever it was, that's fine. And there's a decent chance silver will be above this soon anyway. So, call it a gamble on my part, but not much of one. They do retail for about $50, so I did get these well below retail. I checked comps, and before I bought them, and they sell for $50 all day. And that's from retailers, that's from eBay. I checked it all. About $50 is what they retail for. Now, I don't pay retail. No, neither should you, if you can help it. All right, but that wasn't the...
Focus.
There was another coin I got for... This was $34. That makes all this other stuff look silly. And you'll see where that money went real quick. This is the 1996 ASE. And we got this for the same price as 2020 would have cost me there because they had it in the same bin. Okay, and then there was another thing. There was another pawn shop I went to where they had silver that I technically could have got very close to melt because they have a 10%, check this out, 10% discount if you put it on layaway. It doesn't matter. I asked, bullion? Yes. So if I put it on layaway and go in and pay for it a day later, I get 10% off. Well, they had a 10-ounce Canadian Niagara Fall coin that I'd never seen before from the Royal Canadian Mint, 0.9999 for $300.
Huge.
It was huge, yeah, $350. Well, I buy it, I put it on layaway.
And you get 10% right off.
I get 10% off the top. Well, I'm paying what, $31.50 an ounce now. That's just above melt for a coin. I don't know. Let's look that coin up. Remember?
God damn, I don't even know.
Yeah, let's see what the mintage is on that. It's some kind of freaking giant freaking coin that's got Niagara Falls, two lovers on it, sitting there. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, honestly.
It's cheesy, but I don't give a shit. It's 10 ounce. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
It was what was it? $10 Canadian.
It's a bar of silver, for Christ's sake.
2017 Niagara Falls, and this is just me going off the top of my head here. Yep, that's the coin. Oh, whoa, dude, we might need to go back.
Let me see. I told you it was worth getting, didn't I?
Well, I didn't have the cash, man. $350. Well, all right, here we go. Let me make sure I got this right. 2017 Canadian Niagara Fall coin BU. This one was approved, wasn't it? I feel like it was approved, but maybe it wasn't. I feel like it was approved. They're out of stock, so they're not selling them. 15,000 is the mintage on that, dude.
Okay.
15,000. So we're definitely going back for that next. I'm gonna check next payday. But yeah, that's gonna be a steal at $31.50.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. So there's future prospects. But they had all their ASEs at 35 each. So take off $350 on 35. It's the same deal. $31.50 an ounce for ASEs. Well, that's a hell of a lot cheaper than 35. And all I gotta do is put them on layaway for one day. Craziness. Anyway, this is the coin. I'll show it to you. There's a picture of it. There's only 15,000, and that's the max mintage. That's not necessarily what it is. There's the coin. Yeah, and that's the exact coin they had, bro. $350, $35 an ounce. Big old capsule, looking crazy. 0.9999999 bazillion. All right. So anyway, little future things to come, guys. All right, but that's not the look, guys. For $34, I got the key date ASE, and it was in the same holder as every other date, the same pile, right here. I'm pretty sure 96 is the key date. I'm gonna check. I'm almost positive. 1996.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna type in here, Google search. What is the key date ASE? Yeah, don't drop that.
I really like this.
That dude, that might be the best coin I've ever owned, man. Honestly, I can't wait for these guys to see it. All right, the key dates for American Silver Eagles. Oh, it's a 95. I might have messed up. Yeah, no, it's 96. Key date with the mintage of 3.6 million. Yep. 3.6 million, which is a high mintage, but for ASEs, this is the one you need to complete your set. 86 is kind of tough too, but 96 is the one. Yeah. And then I got the 2016 30 year. So I got, oh man, now we're doing something. All right, we done enough yabbering. Holden, thanks again for selling me Delicious Silvers at a fair price. That was in the bin. He said, "That's you, baby. That's you. You got this. You found it. You get it.
You found it. You made the score."
Yeah. This is the coin we're talking about, guys. This is the MFer Jones. The Johann. The MFer Johann.
Johann.
Now, I read up on this guy. He looks pretty menacing here. But he was actually kind of a powder puff.
Yeah.
A little bit of a powder puff, but he lived a nice long life for the 17th century.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Johann George, sorry, I'm getting
Johann George.
1649.
Yo, George.
The Saxon Taller, guys. This is a Saxon Taller, so it's from Saxony, Germany. 1649, and this, guys, this coin I got for $265. Guys, this coin is like, it's not cherry, but it is nice. It is really
adjacent.
It is. Wow, for 1649.
That's a very fine coin.
This is the kind of coin you want right here. But they're not cheap. You're not going to find one cheap. Well, if you find one cheap, let me know. But man, that is cool looking. But this guy, he looks like a badass here. He had 10 kids, but only like 3 of them lived into adulthood.
Everybody had like 15
Right.
kids. Right. That way you could have 2.
Right. He went through like
go through 5 or 6 before you even get one into toddlerhood, usually back then.
Well, it's a tragedy, but his first wife died in childbirth.
Yeah, that was common.
The child died.
Very common. Even more common.
And so he lost everything. He lost his wife and his first child.
That was a common thing.
He gets his second wife. She craps out 8 kids for him, 8 or 9.
Bam.
Yeah.
She was a good old.
But of all those 9 kids, like
probably 1 or 2 made it.
3 made it to adulthood.
There you go. 3 made it to adulthood.
And none of them lived past like 60.
Yeah,
none of them. This guy lived to be 72, which would have been
was ancient back then.
My gosh. But I mean, yeah, he was involved in the 30 Years' War. So if you want to read up on
just to have made it through,
right? If you want to read up on Johann George of Saxony, check him out. He's born in the 1500s and he died in the late 1600s. He was born in the late 1500s, died in the late 1600s. That's a hell of a run.
Life.
That's a hell of a run.
Especially for that period of history.
I mean, not
exceptionally long for that time.
And he liked to drink and he liked to hunt.
Yeah, that was the key to life. You know, he ate good, clean meat and he drank a lot of liquor.
And he was like, he had a nice beer belly. Look, don't let this coin fool you.
Listen, there's nothing that says that's unhealthy.
Right. I'm just saying, don't let this coin fool you. By 1649, this man.
It was downhill.
He didn't look like that.
It wasn't winning by then.
He was perpetrating a fraud on the right.
That's what they do.
He had like 4 chins by then.
Hey,
stop
at 2?
Look at all the details on that hair. This coin was made in the 17th century. Look at that. Look at this. Look at dude's hair, man. Well, anyway, by the time he was by 1649. He didn't have that much hair. That hairline didn't look like that.
No.
That beard wasn't that luscious.
It was not too hot.
No. Anyway, guys, find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you cannot find them, do not blame me. I'm trying to show them to you. Have a great day and like, share, subscribe. Bye.